Hey everybody, it's Mike over at Taxes and Bricks. Welcome back to another Lego Day. Woo! So we've been working up to the Ferrari Daytona, and I am happy to say we're not doing that tonight. No, I actually want to do one more Technic set, one more smaller Technic set, just to really hone it in here. So tonight I am going to start with the Airbus H175. Oops, I'm gonna in the thing here. There we go. I can not getting the light reflected on here. Airbus H175 rescue helicopter, set number 42145. This is 2001 pieces. It is not 18 plus style. It's actually 11 plus. But it's a licensed set, so it's actually licensed by Airbus. It is presently on back order on the IRS. Mother of God, I'm thinking taxes because I got to go back and do taxes tomorrow. On the Lego website, not the IRS website. The only thing at back order on the IRS website right now are everybody's refunds. No, on the Lego website, it's back order right now, but who knows? By the time you watch this video, it might not be. So $209.99 is the price. That's what I paid for it. I bought it on release day, which was August 1st, 2022. So this is actually a set that just came out, 4 or 5 months ago. And wow, that's another rarity for me. I think this is the second or the third set that I've done after only having owned them for less than a year. Wow, that's crazy. So very excited about this set. It is motorized, but I don't really get down with the motorized stuff and the batteries. I got enough batteries I got to charge and replace in my life. Me, it's more display, whatever. So anyway, I think this is going to be my first full-size helicopter that I'm doing. And it's actually, I've got a few others. This reminds me a lot of the Lego Osprey set that came out a few years ago, 42113, that was canceled before it released because of some controversies, because Lego's got a long-standing policy where they don't make military vehicles. And the Osprey that they released was a rescue helicopter. However, it was pointed out to Lego and the world that the Osprey isn't ever used in real life as a rescue helicopter. It's a military machine with guns and things like that. So Lego summarily pulled that set. There were also some rumors that there were defects in the set, and that may have been also why they pulled it. Anyway, I got my hands on a few of them. One that I plan on putting together, and another that I really don't know what I'm going to do with. Somebody suggested I sell it because they're worth a ton. I had a client who was overseas when they were actually released. It was actually dropped in the Lego store before release day in this country that they were in, which I think was Dubai. That's the city, UAE. And they managed to pick up a bunch of them before they were canceled and pulled from the shelves. And anyway, this client kind of hooked me up with two of them because they knew that I'm a Lego freak. Anyway, I'm going to put one of those together eventually. The other one, I have no idea. Again, people tell me I should just sell it because they're worth a fortune. I've looked, and they are. I mean, you could easily spend $1,000, $1,500 on a set, and that would be from overseas. US, you get them for a ton. So anyway, but this kind of reminds me of that because it's motorized. It's a rescue helicopter, but I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks like it maybe has a little military flavor to it. Shh, don't tell anybody. So I'm very excited about this set. I am almost as excited about the fact that there's tape and not thumb tabs. So I'm gonna crack this puppy open. We're just gonna take a quick look on the inside. Don't know anything. I haven't watched any videos on this either on the YouTube, so I don't know. This is kind of my first go around. Let's look at the box really quick. So you've got a good rendering of what the set looks like, okay? And on the back, there are a couple of, there's a picture of the actual helicopter right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Another rendering of the vehicle. It shows you that the rotors spin around apparently. And I think this is really showing you kind of what the motorized functions look like. And then it also gives you kind of the idea that there's a couple of rescue hooks here and all that good stuff. Not much on the sides of the packaging. You just got a rendering of the chopper, and then it just tells you again motorized. So and then of course Airbus printed nice down at the bottom here. So anyway, let's crack this puppy open and we'll see what we got. Got my knife. Very nice. Chop, chop. Excellent. So nice. All right. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Right off the bat, I see something that I love. They put the manual in a nice cardboard protective sleeve, which means it's going to be crisp. 1, 4, 4, 2, 3. That must be the motor. 2, 1. Oh, there's another motor. Ooh, look at this. Those are the blades, so they're actually going to be like pieces. That's fantastic. 3, 1, 5, 3, 4, 1, 5. Okay, so there's 5 building stages, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16 numbered bags. And then you've got this sort of unnumbered bag with the blades in it, the rotors, and then you got these probably motorized pieces. So, I don't know, 2,000 pieces. I would assume this is going to be slightly easier than the BMW because even though it has a similar amount of pieces, I'm not building it on a stand. So I have a feeling I'm going to be able to kind of manipulate this a little bit easier and kind of work a little quicker on it. So, I don't know. Last one took me 5 nights. I'm going to say maybe 5 nights for this. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to jump in tonight with building phase 1. Assuming I only see 1, 2, 3 relatively small bags for phase 1. 2, 2. I don't know, it's pretty early. I could get potentially through the end of phase 2, but I'll do what I usually do. I'll flash back in as I kind of get through phases, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, so I kept wanting to flash back in after building phase 1 and 2 and 3, but it really didn't look like a helicopter, to me anyway, until building phase 4 was complete. Hi, guys. So here's where we are. Still got a little bit of ways to go here at building phase 5, but it doesn't look like there's a lot in the bags. So I'm having, you know, kind of thoughts here. This could be done pretty soon, definitely tonight, even though I'm exhausted because for some reason I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning and just decided instead of going back to bed to work. Anyway, long story, but so far so good. These doors open on either side. The cockpit doors open as well. Kind of like a normal door would open. And this is my favorite part. So it's motorized. I don't think I'm going to put the batteries in and see if it works, but I mean, I might just to see if I did it right. But so far, if I spin the tail rotor, the actual main rotor of the motorcycle helicopter will rotate. And so everything appears to be fine. Here is my only concern. After every single building phase, I have had a fairly substantial piece left over. And I have tried to go back a couple times and figure out. So, building phase 1, this is a weird piece to have left over. I think I missed something. Building phase 2, I had this left over. Definitely not a piece usually left over. I mean, usually pieces that are left over, you know, are like that. You know, like a stud or a pin or like an extra hair piece or something. Like, no, not these big kitties. Okay, this one's the worst one. Building phase 4. Something's missing, but it doesn't feel like it's missing. I mean, this thing, it's pretty solid and it's pretty steady and it's doing everything it's supposed to do so far. So I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna finish it. I mean, I care, but I don't care. It'll bother me for 5 minutes and then I'm gonna put my big boy pants on and just, you know, get over it. So anyway, I'm gonna get into 5 here, building phase 5. I really wanna get this thing done. I'm enjoying this build thus far. I really, really like the look of this thing. I have a really great idea for where I'm gonna put this thing in the Lego room. And I've got the supplies all ready for it. So I'm gonna give that a try. And then I'm gonna show you guys later on in another video, in an update video for the Lego room or another tour, what I did with this. Hopefully it works out. So anyway, I'm gonna stop now and then I'm going to let you guys kind of go do your thing. I'm going to get to 5, and I'm going to show you a finished product here just, hopefully for me in a few minutes. All right, there we have it. Set number 42145, the Airbus H175 rescue helicopter. And this is the debut of my new display strategy for helicopters, airplanes, aircraft, space shuttles, things like that. So basically what I did was I essentially just got this sort of hook in the shape of an O, and a little bit of fishing line, which you may or may not be able to see, but I think if I zoom in, you can kind of see it right there. But if you zoom out and you step about a foot away, you can't really even see it, even with the naked eye. So it's great. I accidentally cut the back one a little short, but that gives it kind of a cant, so it kind of looks like it's more in flight, which I think is kind of neat. So I'm going to stick with that, and maybe that's going to be the theme or the sort of display strategy throughout. So I've got this whole bulkhead. And I took one of the vents off here a little while ago, and I looked, and I've got about 1.5 inches between the drywall, the sheetrock, and where the duct actually goes, so I can actually get one of these O brackets in, or these O hooks in, without screwing into the ductwork. So that's great. It's so far pretty secure. I guess we'll find out in a couple of days or weeks whether or not this holds if I come in and find the Airbus smashed to pieces on the table below. It does, I will say, make me a little nervous. So, talking about this set, there is not a whole heck of a lot that I don't like. I don't love this piece up here, if you can kind of see it. It's the cap to the top rotors. I see that it exists in the actual real helicopter. I don't know. It's something about it just looks not in place, and this whole thing is very well put together. Something else I'm not a huge fan of is this is not the standard yellow that they use. If you want to look, that is the standard yellow that they use. This is more of like a neon yellow, which I guess helps it stand out. But, I mean, it kind of, in a way, sort of clashes with the yellow on the tips of the rotors. And I would have thought, like, okay, well, fine. Let's make these neon if we're going to make this neon. Anyway, that's stupid and stylistic. I did not put the motorized function battery thing in, so I'm not sure if it works. I will say that when you do twist the top rotor, the rear one does rotate and vice versa. So I know that everything in here works. There's also these little sticks, this throttle in the back here, which will actually kind of make this work. If you see it kind of moving a little bit, that's what's supposed to happen to the, I guess, for lack of a better term, the steering wheels. Anyway, otherwise, I do not have a lot more to say about this set. I am just really stoked to get this thing hung up, and I absolutely love that. And I think that this is going to be a nice addition, clear across of everything that I've got in terms of aircraft. I've got a couple of others. There's like a heavy lift helicopter and a few others in the closet, and I don't know, I was holding off putting them together because I didn't really have a display strategy for them, because they aren't really going to fit on any of the Billy or Pax shelves. I mean, they'd fit on a Pax shelf, but it's kind of a giant waste of space. But once you put them up, you kind of can't do anything around them, especially because these rotors stick out so far. I mean, they make the set, darn near almost 2 feet wide, and you can't really do anything around it. So this is perfect because it's out of the way, but it's prominently displayed, and that's kind of what I want. Just sticking stuff on shelves sometimes isn't enough for me. So, I mean, as you can see from, putting up the helmets and displaying the Batwing and these 2 helmets underneath the Batwing. And then in the future, as we kind of get into things here, I really want to find a nice home for this McLaren F1 car. And then I've got a couple of others. I've got actually all 5 of the 1/8 scale F1 cars now. So there you have it, guys. This is great. I am super excited about this. I am super excited to see the rest of them. So I got to get cracking on all that because I'm going to fill up this bulkhead like crazy, and we'll see what's going on. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like button, and definitely subscribe and share my content with your friends. Anybody you know who's into Lego or taxes, or I don't know, just some goofy dude like me, talking about something, frivolous like Lego and taxes. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a really great day.